Hello and good morning from where am I? Hastings Point, New South Wales. So I've been on the road for 2.5 weeks now, and this is my first trip with the van. The van is done, it's finished, and I have been on the road for 2.5 weeks. I drove from Sydney all the way up to Noosa in Queensland, and now I'm on my way down back home. If you're watching your first video on my channel, this is my 2023 Volkswagen Crafter. I don't live full-time in my van. This is for extended travel. I guess I have been living out of this van for the last 2.5 weeks, and it's been pretty fun. It's been an interesting experience. Everything is working fine. The battery system was playing up a bit at the beginning of the trip, but I think it was more me just not knowing how to use things and how to reset the screen and everything. This is also my first day in a life kind of video. I just thought, I've been on the road for 2.5 weeks. Why wouldn't I just record a day in a life video just for, as a memory of the first trip as well? And then you get to see the van a little bit as well as I just run my day today. I'm of course planning to do a full review of the van in the channel, but I still have a few more accessories to install in the next couple of weeks, months, I think weeks. I'd say like a month, 3 to 4 weeks, the van is going to be ready. I could do the review now, just want to make sure that I have everything on before I do the full review of the van. So what else? So today is just a day in the life. It's a normal day. I'm working. Today is a Wednesday. What time is it now? I think it's like 6 a.m. The sun is not even out. So today is just a normal day in the life, in my life. I'm working, have a lot to do. I don't think there will be any surf. It's pretty windy, and I think it's sort of like cross-shore wind, and so I don't think there will be any surf. I might just go for a walk along the beach just to sort of get to know the area. It's a pretty small little beach town, and I'm staying here today, sleeping over tonight, and driving down to Byron Bay tomorrow. Anyway, this is my morning coffee rant. Welcome to a day in my life on the road, working full-time and trying to stay out of trouble. But it was so windy, it's not even funny. Like a freaking tornado. And I don't really do well with wind. I don't even mind rain, cold, heat, but wind is just so unsettling to me. It's a beautiful morning, the coffee was good. Little walk along the beach. And I'm starting to feel pretty hungry. I normally don't eat in the morning. Yeah, I normally start eating around midday. 2 o'clock sometimes. Yeah, I don't know, I just feel like food kind of slows me down in the morning when I'm trying to do work and get my stuff done. But I am pretty hungry right now, so I think I'm gonna make a breakfast. It is 7:30. I have to go and talk to reception as well, because I rolled in last night and my campsite was 29. This is 30. I'm on a concrete slab because the one was a bit uneven. so I'll need to go and talk to them to see if I can stay on this side, because it's even and the other one is uneven. Yeah, so I'm gonna go and talk to them at 8 o'clock, see if it's cool. It's not very, I mean, it's not crazy busy. Why am I even in a caravan park? I got this van because I wanted to get away from camp spots, campgrounds. But it's like I said at the beginning of the video, this is my first trip with the van, and I still don't have the blinds for the windows. So every time I am at a car park or somewhere else that's not a campground, I really get people looking in, and like I have the light. I mean, the van is pretty well lit. I've got a lot of lights, and people can see inside. You feel like you're in a fish pond or something. And yeah, at a caravan park is a little bit better because everybody's camping. So, but from my next trip, my goal is to stay away from caravan parks, because I don't want to be camping. I just want to be doing my travels without having to book caravan parks and places to stay. So I just want to, you know, just roll around and enjoy the outdoors without being tied to camp spots, without people around me. Anyway, like I said, I think I'm gonna eat. I gotta cook something. Actually, before I do that, I've been journaling, writing my thoughts down for the last couple of, almost like a year, and it's been pretty good. And early in the morning, to me, it's the best time to do it. You still don't have the weight of the world on your shoulders. All the emails you have to read, all the messages you have to respond. I think, yeah, in the morning it's always better to do. Sometimes at night time, to be honest with you. Sometimes I do it before bed too, just to get my thoughts out of my mind. Yeah, I might do some writing. Let's do some journaling. It's always a good thing to do. This is where I charge my devices. This is the tech gear area, which is pretty good to get stuff out of the way and charging overnight, and keep it safe. Keep them safe too. Where's my pencil? I think it's right here. Well, there you are. So one thing that I normally do to start my day, especially when I'm in the van, but even when I'm home, I like to start my day at a coffee shop. I have to have two different environments to work throughout my day. So in the morning I normally go to the coffee shop, read my emails, just get ready for the day, check my schedule, the meetings, the calls I have on, and then normally in the afternoon I come back home or back to the van to sort of walk through the afternoon and then finish the day. Even when I'm in the office, I go down to the coffee shop, do my emails from there for like 2 hours or so. Normally from like 9 to 11, kind of. And then I just come back to the office. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just organizing the van, just closing all the cupboards here. I have this funky, interesting key that I have to use. I'm gonna work out another solution, maybe use magnets so I don't have to keep just locking them every time I want to drive somewhere. It's fine, I mean, it's all good, but it can get a bit annoying sometimes, especially when you're kind of in a rush. I have to go through every single drawer or door and lock them in place. So yeah, when I get back to Sydney, I'll try to figure out a solution. Let's close all the windows and then go and try to find a nice coffee shop. I'm gonna have breakfast too, because as I said before, I'm pretty hungry.
It's interesting how you just have to adapt to the challenges that come your way so many times throughout the day when you're on the road. So I found this really good coffee shop just down the road. Had a look online, really good reviews, great coffee, great brekkie. Had some food, got ready to do some work. No internet service. I mean, I did have a little bit of service, but just not enough to open my application, just attend a call that I had to attend. And I had to move to this picnic area. At least I have this picnic table just for myself. I'm outdoors, it's a beautiful day, and I'm just grinding away. It's always a challenge to stay productive, but you just have to adapt and overcome if you want to stay productive. Looking forward to going for a swim at lunch break, and it's probably close to 30 degrees right now. It's not even 11 a.m. It's a pretty hot day, but it's beautiful. I think the forecast, the weather is going to change tomorrow. It's likely going to rain and get a bit windy, so I'm going to enjoy the sunshine while it lasts. And yeah, looking forward to a swim at lunch break. But now, keep grinding away. A lot of emails to respond, and just gotta stay productive. Gotta stay productive.
So they can see, for example, what has been that health score, digital experience score over the last week. They can see what the current score is for the live data. There's other information, for example, like things like what software is saying when we're running an upgrade of Windows 11. And we start with all these applications that are already pre-existing. And so you need to be able to understand the baseline. So if I was to look, for example, across, I would see, for example, what is this user experience score across based on particular models or types, and then they can be proactively repaired. So if you do have a bad module or a bad piece of hardware kit, you can find that very quickly and identify a big refresh of hardware with new screens. You can work out not only the screen, but
So I found this park just at the back street from where I was. That road was getting a bit noisy, so I was just looking for a quiet spot with a shade, internet connection, a bathroom, and yeah, a nice view. And I've got a nice view. I feel like I'm working in the bush, but it's just a little national park. There are a few walking tracks over to that way, and I think I might even go for a little hike, a little walk at the end of the day today after I finish my shift. Still a lot on, and yeah, it's hot. It's like 31 degrees now. I'm very happy that I found this shade, and the sun is gonna set that way, so I think the sun is kind of like on top of the van now, but I've got a bunch of trees around me. It's not that hot, but it could be a bit cooler. Anyway, it's been a very productive day, just chipping away, getting some work done, and looking forward to that swim at the end of the day, probably after the walk. So for dinner tonight, what's going on with this drawer? I don't like that. We are using the air fryer, and I know you might think that having an air fryer in your van is cheating, and I agree with you. But what can I do? I mean, man, if I didn't have this air fryer in these first 3 weeks in the van, I was gonna be needing to use my fry pan all the time, and probably gonna have oil all over the van. And this is just, it's like literally like having an oven in the van, and it's just so handy, so handy. So as I was saying, tonight we are having prawns, garlic prawns in the air fryer. What am I looking for? On a salad, on a bed of spinach and a bunch of vegetables. I don't even remember what I have in the fridge, but it's a light one. 7 o'clock, just went for a swim to cool down after such a hot day. Had a shower, wrapped up work for the day, and now it's dinner time. I've been having this garlic prawns all week. I think this is the third meal I'm having them, and they're just, oh man, how good is garlic? It just smells so good, and they taste pretty good too. Just put them in an air fryer for like 10 minutes. Flip them over, another 10 minutes, and that's it. Nice and easy. They smell a little bit, but we'll do 15, 180 degrees. Bam.
Come here. Good girl. What you just saw was Akila warning me of something. She's really good at that. I would only be worried for Akila at home that she has a great call.